The book is Smile and Tears and Thoughts by Efroim Gurman. This is behind the front desk of the vet office, and this story is called "Is Being Too Smart for is a Good Thing?" My entire family loves our dog very much. From what I can gather from the wagging of her tail, she loves us even more. But if our happy, loving, smart dog were a little bit more intelligent, she would probably deem her life as a nightmare. Our Catherine is a 14-plus-year-old female dog. It's rather rare for the giant bred to reach this golden age. It has been several difficult surgeries and treatments to keep her in that shape throughout her senior years. Catherine is a very clever dog. She even has a good sense of humor. A quality is rather among dogs as it is among humans. Maybe on some other occasions I will write a few stories to elaborate on this, but for now they are not necessary. They will just set us astray from the main idea. Thus, it appears that Catherine is absolutely satisfied and happy with her life. We love her, she loves us. She's well fed and has excellent health care. But again, let us sidestep love and just try to feel what feel and thinks if she were in the skin. But smarter than even the smartest of the dogs. At the age of 2 months, Catherine was separated from her mother. Her brothers and sisters packed with the pampers and placed in the carrier and brought into the airplane, which shook and creaked from the many hours throughout the overseas flight. It was really scary. Catherine was chosen by the new home, but nobody asked her whether or not she would like the move. There were new rules in the new home, and it was prohibited to make wee-wee and poo-poo anywhere except outside. She was told not to go there, not to jump in here, stay away from sofa, eat this food at this certain time and from certain place. Don't whine even if you need to send a signal of loneliness and ennui to the universe. She wanted to play outside of the whole day, but there was a schedule, and even if somebody woke her, she was mostly on the leash. She might find somebody very attractive on the street, her own booty, but the master would forbidden her to eat it, and even put it in her mouth. The years of her youth were full of other restrictions, too. You should not pile up with this or with that dog. You shouldn't fight other animals. No scratches on furniture. Absolutely no chewing of shoes, gloves, and many other interesting things. There was one cur who certainly deserved to be bitten, but for some reason unknown to Kate, it was not permitted. Then it got even worse. Training, shows, various damn boring events. None of this was her choice. Then the season of love came. The first heat, then the second and the third. These couple of days are so special in the life of any bitch. There are only 2 times per year when female dog can have sex, and only for a few days. The whole body is on fire. This is why this day is called heat. Her hormones push her to find a nice, powerful groom. But her leash was shortened, and there was no way to walk outside without controlled circumstances. First, they looked at the special male, and she waited. Then somebody went wrong. Some stupid test did not satisfy some damn cancel, but the clock was ticking. And this clock are even faster for the dogs than they are for the human ladies. After a number of missing opportunities, Catherine would have agreed to marry anyone, even a snobbiest no-pedigree male. At least there would be puppies. No way, Catherine never experienced the joy of motherhood. And now that she is old, Catherine spent most of her days at home. Her rare works have turned into the quick toilet runs, her only remaining joy treats. Also dispensed at the Master Mercy, by the way, and hugs and pats from him. Once in a while, we drive Catherine to a grooming salon. It's an unpleasant thing. Should she reflect on it? Strangers touch her ears, stretching her delicate spots, trim her nails, shaving her with a noisy instrument, blow dryer, etc. A very unpleasant experience for her, especially now that her legs grow tired after even a few minutes of standing. It usually takes her a couple of days to recover after such a trip. Another unpleasant experience is when she sometimes pees in our home. She is blamed for it. She is deeply ashamed during those moments. There was a time when Catherine, covered in thick beard like a fur, was the most beautiful dog in the world. Any stranger would saw her would give her a smile and a compliment. Now she is shaved, her ground is nearly bald, and there were many moles and bumps on her body. We like her anyway, but strangers, instead of smiling with admiration, just look at her with pity and sympathy. She does not care. She probably pays no attention to other dogs about her. And what she can expect from her future, her weak legs become weaker. Her bad hearing will be worse. Her poor sight will turn to blindness. Recently, I found a bad-looking ground in her belly, and this discovery turned together with thoughts about the oncological risk, a need to surgery, and so on, made me very upset. But not her. She was glad that I pat her belly, that's it. If she were slightly cleverer, all these pain thoughts would occupy Catherine's mind. A sad philosophy grows out of this story. Catherine's intelligence level allowed her to stay happy, and this and nothing more. She reaps great joy from a piece of sausage, from eating full meal and simply petting, a warm soft bath, from a few kind words from her master. Yes, all these things mean a lot for her happiness. But that's it? Happiness? Can you imagine how bad she would feel about herself if she were unable to reminisce about her past and to look ahead at the expected? Isn't it the same for us humans? Having all this knowledge, being so smart in our own good, creates sorrows in our hearts. How to learn to be clever, not to be clever, too clever. Not to grieve about what is lost, and not to fear what lies ahead. Who will tell?